Rising with each beat of the music is bringing. We're flames in the fire that keeps burning. We're inviting the night in.
So I went in to see this movie with an open mind because I saw the previous films, Hellboy and Hellboy: The Golden Army, with Ron Perlman and directed by Guillermo del Toro. And honestly, I really wanted this movie to work. I really wanted to like this movie. But do you know that clip that I used to use for my videos? For those who know this Nostalgia Critic, for one of his videos, he goes crazy and then proceeds to take a bat and proceed to beat everybody in public because of how crazy he went for what he just watched.
Oh, hello.
I kind of feel the same way right now. That's how I feel from watching this movie. And I'm going to say this right now to those people that are giving this movie high scores and claiming that it is an excellent film. You're all fucking liars. It sucked. I feel that this movie, no offense, was equivalent to some of the movies that you would probably see in the science fiction channel or sci-fi or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It was that poorly edited. And going into the editing, oh my gosh, I got flashbacks of Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance with some of the crap that they pulled with the fast editing. By the way, I remember when this movie was being advertised that there was going to be more blood, more gore, more of a horror theme. I think at this point, all we really cared about was a good fucking story, good characters, and something that was visually pleasing. The Guillermo del Toro films, as corny as it was sometimes, especially for the Golden Army, was visually pleasing. We actually had characters that gave a shit. We actually had characters that were likable. The only character they actually felt anything for was Hellboy. And that wasn't because, the obvious scene where, spoiler alert, he loses his dad. No, I felt sorry for him due to the fact that every single other character were complete and utter assholes and stabbing him in the fucking back. And in one part of the movie, that's literal. The scene where his own adoptive father dies didn't impact me at all. Yes, they do that whole trick again. Look, to compare both scenes, I'm not going to go into much spoilers, but yeah, his adopted father died again. I'm going to say this. In the original film, when Guillermo del Toro did it, there was actual impact. And when it came to his father, you actually gave a shit. Because his father, there was actual compassion. There was actual, in a sense, an actual father-son bond between those two characters. The dude was a fucking dick in this. And it makes you wonder why Hellboy, actually cares that he dies in the very end. It makes no fucking sense. And speaking of things not making any sense, why don't we talk about all of the stuff that's just shoehorned into this film? There are so many details there's so many questions that we end up asking in the film that, one, aren't even answered, and two, end up asking more questions for the film. And it got to the point that it was so overwhelming. And then there's the freaking ending. Or at least the final fight. Oh my gosh. I wanted something epic. And it was so fucking lazy. Especially stupid. The foil for the main villain of this entire movie was short and stupid. Let me see this right now. They really pushed how powerful this character is. And her downfall was believing that she won. That she automatically won. I am at a loss for words. Honestly, this character is so powerful, yet so fucking stupid. And I'm going to say this right now. I tried to find something good. I tried to find something good about this film. But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. The visuals suck. I feel that they were really trying to shoehorn a lot of language and gore to the point where it was obnoxious. Now, granted, yeah, I've watched movies like Deadpool, Deadpool 2, and various other films that have a ton of blood and gore and cursing, but I feel like this was, in a sense, when you're playing a video game and then you have a little kid that starts cursing because they don't get their way because they're losing in a game. That's how I felt like Hellboy was dealing with, the gore or maturity level on this. It's like a little child throwing a tantrum. That's how I felt like when it came to some of the mature aspects of this film. So, this movie sucks. It is an absolute mess. Some of the characters are not just assholes, but fucking stupid. I felt that we didn't get the film that we were promised. And I really am really depressed that we didn't get a Hellboy 3. I'd want to watch that film. I wish we had that film instead of this. I would have loved to see how Guillermo del Toro and Ron Perlman and the other cast would have dealt with a Hellboy 3 than this piece of shit. And I like this character. In the comics, I absolutely like this character. But I fucking hate this movie. So, here's what I'm going to do. My rating for this particular movie is going to be a 1 out of 10. I seriously dislike this movie. Or was it 1 out of 5? I can't remember my rating system. You know what? We'll just stick with 1 out of 5. just a horrid fucking movie. And we'll be discussing it further for the podcast too, because I know one of our good buddies wants to talk about it. So, everybody, what are your thoughts? Leave in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe. I really much appreciate it. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go play some video games. This is Rob of Novakast signing off. Have a good one, and take care. Wait, you know what? Sorry. 0 out of 10, because I wasted $20, getting a drink, popcorn, candy, for this piece of shit. 0 out of 10, or 0 out of 5. Review over. I'm done. Have a good one, everybody.